Hello guys, today we are gonna be talking about a content creator who is a prime example of why you never apologize to the mob when you don't think you did anything wrong, and why you never back down, you never give a half apology, and you never bend the knee to people who don't actually care about the situation and only want attention and only want to to get outraged for other people. Now, what we're going to be using is Tectone, because he made a video about the situation, and in it he shows the clip, the guy's first response, then the guy's apology, and then the tweet. And I couldn't find it by myself, so we're going to be using Tectone's video as a way so I can actually show you it. So yeah, W Tectone, I'll leave his link in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and show you the first response this guy had to the situation.
Post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So,
true.
If you got a problem with that, then just leave or you'll be blocked.
So as you can see, this is about the Hulk Hogan situation. Now I'm going to be real with you. I know that the guy behind the character was racist. However, I don't care. It's a character, bro. Who cares what the person behind the camera did? You don't know him. You only know the character and his full entertainment purposes, okay? I get so tired of this bullcrap that, if the creator does something, that character you can no longer like. And it's so annoying. The guy's response, in my opinion, was absolutely perfect, because he hit them with the nobody's perfect, and if you don't like it, go away. That's the perfect way to respond. If you don't think that you did anything worth apologizing, don't apologize for it. Because he does actually apologize, which should be the next thing. And even if you do apologize, they do not care. They want blood. They want power, and they do not care anything about it. You can't argue with them morally, and you can't. Because I'll tell you right now, Hulk Hogan, the guy behind Hulk Hogan, did give his life to Christ a few months back and atoned for what he did. Okay? The people trying to say, you need to change, you don't need to be racist, which are the same people who's outraged about this guy celebrating Hulk Hogan's life. They're the same people who will say, you need to don't be racist, you need to do so and so. And then when actually someone who is racist changes as a person, they do not care. They don't care about you making your life better or you living by better morals. They care about power. But now that we went over what he said, let's talk about the apology he gave and why it was a bad idea.
Oh, my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I've done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
also during last night's live stream. I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very
Well, you see, it's very offensive. Your lack of knowledge offends me because this particular phrase really makes me upset.
Guys, can we be honest? Can we be honest? Type 1 if you had no idea anybody was going to get ass hurt over being called colored. Type 2 if you knew. I, in my 31 years of my life, have never heard a single person ever get offended by that shit. Ever. It is not common knowledge. We cannot tell what's going to offend somebody. And honestly, it's not our business. If it's not someone's intent to hurt you, if it's not someone's intent to put you down, then stop being a pussy. Give them the benefit of the doubt. You can educate them if you want. You can. But why are we holding people who were their intentions were harmless as if they just committed genocide? Let's relax here, guys.
very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning. And I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
So as you can see, he bent the knee. He gave them the signal. He said, I'm sorry guys for what I've done. I'm sorry, it's offensive. He did a bunch of horrible stuff, and it's so annoying. Because now that he said, oh, well, I'm sorry guys that I did that. And I had to educate myself, and you know, I'm so sorry. It's like, now because he bent the knee and apologized for something he should never apologize for, because it's not like he went around and called somebody the N-word or the hold all. The guy literally celebrated Hulk Hogan's life and celebrated the character. Now, I personally don't see the issue because the guy atoned for what he said. But, like, apparently, you know, Twitter, you can't do anything. You can never change because they don't want you to change. They want you to stay the same so they can, like, get infinite good boy points on the internet. So, after this apology, where he literally did everything that they wanted him to do, and literally embarrassed himself, and said, I'm sorry guys, did they accept it? No! They continued until he finally deplatformed himself. And when he deplatformed himself, he literally said, no matter what you, he pretty much said, no matter what you do, they will always cancel you. And that's right, okay? Because all these, like, every time you hear people say, oh, you should just apologize. You should just apologize. Never apologize unless you think you did something wrong. Because every time you apologize, it emboldens them and makes them stronger. And then they just keep and keep and keep on the pressure until you finally go away. Okay? They got this man deplatformed and they are happy. They are literally continuing to spit on him because, how dare you have a different opinion than me? Average idiot online who can't handle a different opinion. And on top of this, okay, he literally did what they wanted him to do and apologized. And they still couldn't let that go. And now that he's out and he decided to leave the internet, now they are continuing to spit on him, and it's pathetic. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Don't leave the internet. Block them and tell them to shut up. make a video doubling down on what you said with Hulk Hogan. Tell them that they're a bunch of losers who do anything for power and they don't care about actual people, and just go off on them and just continue doing your career. Okay? Just do that. Because I'm telling you right now, the average person doesn't care what the woke mob has to say. But that's pretty much it, guys. See ya.